But chasing white ash leads us into chemicalization.
Yep.
It leads us away from natural. It leads us towards, I'm going to do whatever it takes to give you that white ash experience, including essentially faking or bogusing, giving you a bogus white ash. I don't care if I got to spray paint it white. I'm going to give you a white ash, bro.
Yeah, and I think there's so many variables, especially with a joint too, to like what makes white ash. I mean, it's how tight or loose you roll the joint.
That's part of it.
The part of the paper, part of it's the weed itself. There's so many different variables. It's
you know what you could add when you're growing, right? It's
what is it that you add when you're growing?
the key thing. There's two things, but one of them is CalMag. Increase that, fucking raise that shit up. You want a whiter ash?
Yep.
Fucking get that in there, man.
And I've heard of that. That's what, like a fertilizer,
it's an additive, calcium, magnesium.
Okay.
The calcium itself. If more calcium the plant absorbs, calcium is what that same thing is adding it to the paper. We're trying. It leaves white behind, and even if you vaporize this for a moment, it turns back to white.
And that
from
just
what I've seen.
cannot be good for you.
I can't say because then
Of
some dude's going to jump through the camera and
Me
strangle
personally, when I think of that, I think there's just no way that's beneficial. At least I'll leave it at that. You know,
I'm trying to go like, all right, so like the Sisters of the Valley. That's like
Yes.
that's like where I look at for like, okay, there's a standard. Living soil, plant. I really appreciate indoor flower. I love indoor flower.
Yeah.
I just, from an ethics standpoint, the plant should see the sun. It was designed to see the sun. It wants to see the sun. If it could talk to you, it would say, please let me see the sun. Our lights that we are creating, you and me as humans, are not better than the sun. This plant wants to see the sun. Let it see the fucking sun, man.
The prettiest weed is going to come from the indoor usually, but I mean the terpiest weed, and especially the stuff that makes the best hash, that's all going to be outside.
But you can grow, there's ways to grow indoors. I've seen it where you're growing indoors yet capturing sunlight through those really cool, what are they called? Skylights that channel it through mirrors and bring it down. There's ways like this that I've seen where I'm like, that is a cool, eco-friendly fucking grow. I'd like us as a society to move towards that, to